Hi everyone, my name is Julia and today we're looking at Codenames. A word-based party game, and it's played in 2 teams. The way to win the game is be the first team to guess all your team's agents before the opposing team does. So the way to do this is that you give a clue to your team, which is only allowed to be 1 word, and a number associated with how many agents, code names, are associated with that word. It's a game that requires a bit of thinking, but it's really good for those kinds of people that like to solve puzzles. In terms of time, the game is said to be played in about 15 minutes, but just because sometimes people take a little bit longer to think about the clue that they're going to give, I would probably say 30 minutes is about the time that you'd have. As for players, it says on the box that you can play with 2 to 8 players, but I would recommend 4 to 8 because it's good to have you as a spy master and your teammate. In terms of the age range, it says 10 plus, and I'd say that's about the right age. But if you have younger children that are interested, the words are fairly child-friendly, so there shouldn't be any issue with that. Here we have all the components in the box. We have 200 word cards, which are double-sided, so you've got 400 words, which is fantastic, which means the game is never the same, which is very appealing. You have about 40 key cards. We have 16 agent cards, so you have 8 for the red team and 8 for the blue team, and you have a double agent card, which basically gets used to signify who starts first. You also have innocent bystanders. The bystander swaps the gameplay over to the other team. There is one key area that if you pick that particular word in that part of the grid, then the game automatically ends, and it's the assassin card. And then you also get a wonderful rulebook which gives you the download on what kinds of words you can use. The rulebook is really handy, so definitely give that a read before you start. And another little key component is the key card stand to make sure that nobody can see the key card, only the spy masters. So now let's have a look at how the game is set up for gameplay. Okay, so now we have the game set up for play. You've got your word cards in a 5x5 grid, which represent agents in the field. In your team, you'd have a spy master, and then your team would be sitting on the opposite side. On the spy master side, me and the opposing spy master would both have view of the key card, which basically signifies whose agent is associated with which words and where the innocent bystanders are and the assassin as well. We know what's going on and we're trying to communicate that to our team members. The lights are red, so that means the red team starts, and they would get the double agent card because they have the first turn, so they'd get an extra word to guess. So I'd look at the grid, I'd figure out which words are for the red team. So I would give the clue of bar, and then I would say how many words that clue was associated to, 2. And then it would be over to my team to try and guess what cards I was referring to. Unfortunately, my team is incorrect. Basically, give the clue to the blue team. Our turn would stop and the gameplay would swap over to the blue team. So that's how you play a round of Codenames. This game has received several awards and it's been nominated for a couple of awards this year as well. There have been different versions of the game released, such as Codename Pictures. It almost helps to have a visual of the words, so it's a really great variation for the game. The most recent release was Codenames Duet. This is specially designed so that you can play with just two, which is really great, and you can play with two or more as well. Same idea for all the games. You're a spy master, you've got a team, you're trying to give them clues, they're trying to guess the agents in the field. It's a really fun game to play. I really enjoy it. It gets you thinking. Yes, it can be quite challenging, but that's part of the fun. So I'd give this game a 7 out of 10, which is one of the top games in its field and definitely worth a look. All the best, check it out.